Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. The newest episode that dropped today on Amazon Prime. I just got done watching it, really enjoyed it. God, I am really enjoying this show. What a surprise. Now, before I get into all of that with the details and whatnot, please be warned. This is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on the Rings of Power by the latest episode, today's episode, don't keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, all that jazz, character stuff. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, so great to see Benjen Stark again after all this time. This is the actor who plays Adar, the elf who controls or runs this particular group of orcs. Aww. Although it wouldn't be that far-fetched, because the orcs were first said to come into being after being tortured and mutilated elves, and that's how the orcs first, came about. So it's not that far off to think that a mutilated, scarred elf would be leading an army of orcs. So it's really, it does make a lot of sense. Plus, we get to see that actor in full face instead of being under a ton of orc makeup and whatnot, where he'd be unrecognizable. I guess Benjen Stark's throne traded the Night's Watch for the orcs. Because this actor played the recurring character Benjen Stark on Game of Thrones for many, many years. And that's where a lot of people know him from. And he switched one fantasy series for another. And I think that's pretty cool. So it was nice getting a full reveal of him, even though we knew it was the actor, or we suspected it was. It was nice to get, that nice face reveal. It's like, oh, this is Adar. He's not an orc, but a twisted elf. Okay. I really liked the other reveal that we got in this episode. I thought at first perhaps it was going to be the Arkenstone is what the dwarves were trying to hide from Elrond and everybody else, because of the bright shining jewel in the box that was teased in the previous episode. I thought, oh, they've already found the Arkenstone, but now that I think about it, that seems a little early, because that would happen years later with Thorin and his family. And so I guess it's not the Arkenstone. Then is it another Arkenstone? But turns out it is Mithril, which was a very awesome reveal. I loved that they gave us the origin story for Mithril, or how it appears in rock form first before they turn it into the chainmail that Frodo and other characters wear throughout the franchise. And that was a very cool reveal. I got real excited when Elrond said Mithril. I'm like, oh, so this is Mithril in its purest form. How cool. And apparently dangerous to mine. Yikes. But I'm glad those dwarf miners were okay, and that Durin was able to patch things up with his dad, even though his dad said keep an eye on your elf friend. So, but this was a great episode. It was very well balanced with all of the action and the storytelling and the character stories that were going on. I love the sequence of Arondir firing back the arrows in slow motion against the pursuing orcs, which was pretty cool. At first I thought Theo's mother had saved him from the orc that was about to take his arm off, but I was just as pleasantly surprised to see that it was Arondir, so I was happy to see him as well. And now that he's back and he's delivered the message, hey, swear fealty to the orcs and live, and if not, die, and they'll kill you all. So, and now it seems like some of these, at least one of the townspeople in this group, the old man at least, seems to be very familiar with the sword that Theo is carrying, and doesn't seem to mind pledging newfound fealty to Sauron once again. So, yikes. But this was a great episode. It had a lot of great character moments. I really loved the relationship between the Queen Regent of Numenor and Galadriel, and how that went on its own little arc throughout this whole episode, of how it was very standoffish and tense at first, and then it became a thing of peace and understanding, and of course, above all, respect, which I thought was cool, and how she changed her mind and now pledges her people to go help the people of the Southlands, which is Theo and his people holed up in that castle thing, trying to protect themselves from the orcs. So that's pretty cool. I feel like in the next couple episodes, these storylines are going to start crossing paths with each other for the better as well. So what did you guys think of this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Friday night if I don't see you. Don't forget to check back to this channel for more episode reviews like this one, with like only 4 more episodes to go this season for Rings of Power, since it is an 8 episode show. Yeah, so 4 more episodes to go. Wow, but they're pretty fun, aren't they? All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for watching. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.